Actually, in previous class I completed RTL, DTL and TTL, because in integrated injection logic is not there in our syllabus. So only we have RTL, DTL and TTL only. ECL is there. So I'll tell you ECL later. Okay. First of all, I'm right now I explain unipolar FET digital ICs. Okay. So that is nothing but MOSFET unipolar, by using unipolar combination digital ICs characteristics. So in that we have PMOS, NMOS and CMOS. First of all, what is the MOS? Metal oxide semiconductor logic family. I introduction about metal oxide semiconductor logic family. After then I'll explain CMOS, because PMOS and NMOS is not in our syllabus. Okay, only we are given in syllabus only CMOS, because the complementary mass combination only he was given. So I will explain only the concept of CMOS only. Okay. In our syllabus there is given CMOS only. Okay. Okay. Metal oxide semiconductor circuits. Right. See. So today I give us some introduction about metal oxide semiconductor circuits or logic families. Okay, see. So next page. So today is the topic metal oxide semiconductor, that is called MOS, logic families. Okay, so the today topic is metal oxide semiconductor logic families. So that generally, actually these circuits are described so far all termed as bipolar circuit, because they use bipolar transistors. That's all. Okay, see, I'll write some key points here, so please remember these key points. The circuits described, the circuit describes so far all termed as bipolar circuits, because they use bipolar transistor, bipolar transistors. Okay, in a large scale integrated circuits, integrated circuits, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors are used. Okay, so actually maximum circuits described by only bipolar combination, means ordinary transistors. Okay, because they are using bipolar transistors. Okay, so in DTL, RTL and TTL, all ECL, emitter coupled transistor. Okay, logic family, emitter coupled logic family. So these are all examples for bipolar transistors. Okay, so bipolar circuits, actually these are, because maximum circuits described bipolar circuits only, because they are using bipolar transistors. but we are manufacturing large scale integrated circuits. Actually these are a small scale integrated circuits. So therefore in case of small scale integrated circuits, we can use only a bipolar transistors. So we are constructing any logic family by using these bipolar transistors in a small scale integrated circuits. But in case of large scale integrated circuits, if you study in large scale integrated circuits, but these large scale integrated circuits are manufactured only the metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. Okay, so what are the advantages of metal oxide semiconductor logic families? That is called MOS logic families. So advantages I'll write here. Advantages. See, the first advantage is they can act both as amplifier and as a load resistor. They can act both as amplifier and as load resistor. Okay, so they act as both amplifier, because bipolar transistors are amplifiers only. They act as amplifier as well as load resistors. We can use it for these type of transistors. Metal oxide semiconductors are used as a load transistor. And see, load resistors eliminating the need for ordinary load resistors. Actually, if you are eliminating the need for ordinary load resistors, so in case of ordinary load resistors, you can use the MOS logic family is used as a load resistor. Okay, and the second point is, this is the first point, this is the second point. Second point is they have higher yields. They have higher yields. Okay, so it means yields means there is a space. Actually they are higher space. Yields means they are taken a field, that is called yield only. Okay, they have higher yields. And third point, they have easy manufacturing process. They have easy manufacturing. They have easy manufacturing process and small size. Okay, small size and low power dissipation. So these circuits are very easily manufacturing, and it is a very small size and low power consumptions. Okay, so the last point is, please note everybody, I'll move to next page, writing of last point. So please note everybody. Okay, so next, the fourth point is maximum these MOSFET, whatever the MOSFET you used to construct this logic families, maximum they are preferred enhancement type MOSFET. Okay, why? Because in enhancement mode there is a no channel is present between the p-type material. Why? Because n channel and p-type substrate is there. In p-type material is diffused by n channel, but there is no channel inside present the two n-type materials. So that is called enhancement type. So enhancement means they are creating channel. Okay, so they are creating channel. So I want to create a channel to flow of electrons from n-type material to ion, that is nothing but source to drain. So that is nothing but enhancement type. So maximum MOS logic families are constructed by using enhancement type of MOSFETs only. Okay. They are giving only enhancement type is preferred over a depletion type. Okay. So that is the last point. See, once I'll write fourth point here. So the fourth point, enhancement type, enhancement type MOSFET enhancement type MOSFETs are preferred over depletion type. So maximum logic families, MOS logic families are constructed by using enhancement type only. Okay. So generally in enhancement type there is a three type of MOSFETs are there. So there are three types of MOS logic families are there. So the MOS logic family, maximum three types. Okay. So that is called, see, first of all, P channel or N channel MOS logic family, and P channel MOS logic family, and C channel MOS logic family. Okay. So out of these three, first two, so that is NMOS and PMOS. So they are in such type of MOS logic families, they are only taken one polarity, either all N type are called N MOSFET, or all P type are called P MOSFET, but not both on the same chip. Okay. So in these two type MOS logic families, in the chip they are using only one polarity. So in this chip, see, I'll write here, in these two cases they are using only one polarity, either P or N channel. Okay. In the chip. So the construction chip, whatever the chip is, we are designed to using this MOSFET. Okay. So in that MOSFET, either PMOS or NMOS, they are use only one polarity, either P or N type channels in the chip. సో అంటే మీన్స్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఎన్ టైప్ కానీ పీ టైప్లో కానీ ఏదో ఒక పొలారిటీని యూజ్ చేస్తారు చిప్లో, రెండు పొలారిటీస్ని యూజ్ చేయరు. బట్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి, సో ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ CMOS, both polarities are used in the common chip. Both polarities are used in the chip. So this is about CMOSFET. But in our syllabus there is no MOSFET and P MOSFET, only they are given only CMOS. So we will explain what is a CMOS right now. Okay. So in this lesson we are explaining CMOS, metal oxide semiconductor, N channel MOSFET and P channel MOSFET. First, suppose if the syllabus is over complete, then I'll explain. If there is a sufficient time, then definitely I'll explain NMOS, what is NMOS and what is PMOS. But right now we are not wasting our time, so simply I'll move to CMOS, because CMOS is our syllabus. In CMOS there are two type of logic families are used. Okay. In CMOS we are using two type of logic families, that is called first NOR logic family. Okay. NOR, by using NOR gates and by using NAND gates. Okay. So we can construct CMOS logic family by using NOR gates, and we can use NAND gates also to construct CMOS logic family. So in our syllabus, so this is in our syllabus. Okay. So in our syllabus, but the both are not in our syllabus, so that's why I'm not concentrate about NMOS and PMOS. Right now I concentrated and completely concentrated about CMOS only. So these are the actually advantages of CMOSFET and this is about the metal oxide semiconductor. Generally, all logic families are manufactured by using bipolar circuits only. Why? Because these circuits are described so far, so that's why. And these circuits are designed by bipolar transistors. But in case of large scale, these are almost the bipolar transistors logic families are almost small scale integrated circuits. So and some medium integrated circuits also there. Okay, so therefore ECL is the medium integrated circuit actually. Okay, remaining TTL, RTL, DTL logic families are simply bipolar using bipolar transistors. So that is the reason it is described so easily. Okay, but in the manufacturing of large scale integrated circuits, in the manufacturing of large scale integrated circuit, so in that situation we use metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. So why? Because we are constructing very large scale chips, okay, large integrated chips. So that is the reason the bipolar transistors are not working in large scale devices. So that is the reason they are manufacturing large scale integrated circuits by using only metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. Okay, and the advantages are they can act both as amplifier as a load resistors, because field effect transistors are is maximum used as amplification factor. At the same time they are used, sometimes it is used load resistors also, and they have higher yields because they takes maximum space. Okay, why? Because it occupies maximum space, that is called higher fields. Okay, and they are easily manufacturing process because the construction of MOSFETs are very easy, because we have only one type p substrate and two diffusion of n type materials. So therefore it is very easy to construct, and they are small size because it takes occupation is very large, but it is a very small size only. Their construction is very small size. Okay, but it takes very high high fields actually. Okay, and low power dissipation, it uses very low power consumption. So that is the reason why they are used for in large scale integrated circuits. And see, the maximum enhancement type of MOSFETs are preferred over a depletion type. So they are not using depletion type, and they are almost preferred enhancement mode only. So this MOS logic families are classified into three categories, that is called N MOSFET, P MOSFET, and C MOSFET. But say in the NMOS and PMOS logic families, in these two cases, they are uses only one polarity, either P or N channel in the chip, but no two polarities they are used. Okay, so in the same way, CMOS means in a chip, we are designing a chip. In that chip, we use both polarities of a P channel or N channel polarities. Both polarities we can use in this chip. That's why it is called complementary metal oxide semiconductor logic family. Okay, so right now we are discussing about first CMOS NAND gate, and after then I'll move to CMOS NOR gate in this class. So almost the large scale integrated circuits are maximum over. Okay, from this topic they have only one topic is remaining, that is called ECL. So tomorrow I'll explain ECL, emitter coupled logic. After then I'll start fifth unit also. In continuously I start another one more topic is there, that is called comparison of logic families. After comparison of logic families, this chapter is completed. Okay, we will move to fifth unit, first chapter. After then, okay. So tomorrow class, I think the complete unit will be over. Okay. So now I'll move to CMOS NAND gate. Okay. So please note everybody, I'll move to CMOS NAND gate. So please note everybody, I'll move to first CMOS NAND gate. Okay, so please, I'll move to next page. So first I want to write construction and working. Construction and working of CMOS NAND gate. CMOS NAND gate logic family. CMOS NAND gate logic family. So this is our topic right now. Construction and working of CMOS NAND gate logic family. It's very important. See, actually these logic families are very important question for examination. See, once again, what is a metal oxide semiconductor logic family? They are asking advantages. After then, types of logic families. Okay, so after then I'll move to construction and working of CMOS NAND gate logic family. So generally in CMOS logic family, in the in actually construction and working of CMOS NAND gate. So in CMOS NAND gate, in CMOS logic family, in CMOS logic families are manufactured by using NAND, or NOR gate, by using NAND and NOR gate realization. Okay, NAND and NOR gate realization. So we can use to manufacture CMOS logic families by using NAND or NOR gate. Why? Because NAND and NOR gates are universal logic gates. Maximum logic families are manufactured in universal logic gates only. Why? Because in universal logic gates we can manufacture any logic gates by using these universal logic gates. That is the only reason to construct almost all logic families are NAND and NOR realization. So that's what in CMOS logic families are manufactured by using NAND or NOR realization. So the first we have a two actually I'm first of all I starts with construction working of CMOS NAND gate. So I always concentrated on NAND gate only. So that is the reason in this actually in the construction of CMOS NAND gate we are using 4 NAND gate MOSFETs. Okay, so we are using four actually we are using 4 NAND actually what is the 4 actually it's not completely NAND gate, so it is operating on NAND gate operation, but here we are using 4 MOSFETs. Okay, we are using 4 MOSFETs. Out of these 2 are belongs to P-type MOSFET. See, enhancement MOSFET actually. These are enhancement MOSFET only, because all CMOSs are enhancement only. Just remember, no need to write every time enhancement, because it is a P-type enhancement and enhancement mode. Okay, so we are using 4 enhancement MOSFETs. Out of these 2 are belongs to P-type and 2 are belongs to N-type. Understand? So almost we are constructing CMOS logic family by using MOSFETs only. So we are using 4 MOSFETs in the NAND gate realization, but out of these 4 MOSFETs, 2 MOSFETs are belong to p-type material, the p-type MOSFETs, and the remaining 2 are belong to n-type MOSFET. Okay, see, one important node point to operate this. If you know this node point, then only you can understand what is the operation. So every time you remember this to write the CMOS NAND or NOT gate logic combination, then you have to remember this is very important node point, important operation node point. Okay, if PMOS, take PMOS. Okay, so this PMOS, sorry, PMOS. So if PMOS means P channel MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor logic family. This is very important to understand, everybody. This is on. Is it on means it is a 0 state, and off means it is first 1 state. If you give high voltage, then PMOS will be off. If you give low voltage, then PMOS will be activated. So please remember. So in the same way, N channel MOS, N channel MOS, P channel MOS. Okay, so this will be operated if on means it is equivalent to 1 and off means it is equivalent to 0. So quite opposite. See, PMOS is operating if low digital value is applied to PMOS channel, then the PMOS is activated, is going to be activated. If give high digital value to this PMOS logic family, then PMOS is deactivated. Okay, so if you give high value, this is deactivated. If you give low value, this is activated. But in case of N channel MOSFET, if 0 is given to N channel MOS logic family, then it is going to be deactivated. Okay, if you give high value to this N channel MOSFET, then it is going to be on condition. That is called it is going to be activated. If on means it is a cutoff, and off means it is a on means it is a conduction, off means it is a cutoff. Okay, so here on means it is cutoff region. Cutoff means open. If off means sorry on means it is a saturation means a short circuited. Okay, and off means cutoff means open circuit. Understand? So please remember, everyone, these are the basic points to construction and working of CMOS and NAND gate by using logic families. Okay, understand, everybody? So understand, everybody? Okay, please everybody note these points. It's very important for essay question. Construction and working of CMOS NAND gate logic families. NAND gate logic family, this is actually CMOS logic families are manufactured by using NAND or NOR gate realization. So here NAND and NOR gate realization, but construction of CMOS is completely depends upon MOSFET. Okay, but MOSFET operation is finally either NAND or NOR realization. So in this case we are using 4 MOSFETs. Out of 4, 2 are belongs to P channel MOSFET and 2 are belongs to N channel MOSFET. Okay, very important note point you remembered, everyone. If PMOS is on means if the digital value, the digital operation 0 is given to PMOS, then it will be on state. Okay, means it is on, PMOS is on at lower values and PMOS is off at higher values. In the similar way, N-channel MOSFET, the higher values of N-channel is always operate conduct activated state. The lower values of the NMOS is always deactivated state. Here on means saturation or short circuited, and off means cut off a open circuit. If the device is off means it is an open circuit. So whatever the function is going on to be, you don't care about that functioning inside that functioning. But if you are given 0 means to your gate terminal, what, because in MOSFETs they have source, drain and gate terminals. If you are given 0 to p-type gate, p-type gate p-type material to the gate terminal, then it is completely saturation condition, means it is a short circuit. Like, so every time you can understand the operation by knowing these 2 points. It's very important points. If you know these 2 points and you remember these 2 points, then only you can understand the operation of CMOS NAND gate. Okay, so please move to next page. I'll draw the logic circuit. See, this is the logic circuit. Logic circuit. I draw the logic circuit. See, please see everyone. So this is the first. This is one MOSFET. This is the actually MOSFET symbol. Okay. This is another MOSFET. So take one bubble because it is a complementary. This is one point and this is another point. Okay, and see, these two are closed, first two, and next one. Okay, see, actually this is terminal A and this is a terminal B, and this is a Q1 and this is a Q2 and this is Q3 and this is Q4. Okay, so these are all are MOSFETs only. Okay, and these are the MOSFETs only, all are enhancement mode MOSFETs only. And out of these 4 MOSFETs, first 2 MOSFETs are belongs to P channel and these 2 are N channel. Okay, so these 2 are actually Q1, here I'll write Q1 and Q2 are belong to P channel MOSFETs, and Q1, Q3 and Q4 are belong to N channel. So just the channel is changing. These two are ordinary channel, these are complementary MOSFETs. These are complementary and these are ordinary. Okay, these are complementary, these are ordinary. It is take a combination of 4 MOSFETs, whatever it may be, complementary or ordinary. You need not worry about the complementary or ordinary situation. So simply says that these 4 are 4 MOSFETs only. Okay, out of this 4 MOSFETs, these 2 are belong to same channel, same p-type material, and these 2 are belong to n-type material. Okay, so you remember this point, very important. PMOS is operated when on is equal to 0. So if you give 0 digital value to this PMOS, then it is going to be saturated. If 1 is given to this PMOS, and means high value is given to the PMOS, then it is in off state. Okay, you remember the p-type. And what is the n-type? Just quite opposite in n-type channel. Okay, see, I draw the truth table here. See, from truth table. So in truth table, see, A, B are the terminal, first terminals, A, B. Here it is also called as A and it is also called as B. Okay, so all the terminals A, B. Almost you give the same values, A value and B value. So, and first set of P channel is Q1 and Q2. Okay, and next channels are Q3 and Q4. Okay, and last is output voltage, where you will take output voltage. So your output voltage is taken here. So this is called V0, output voltage. Okay, see, in the first case you have considered 0 0. If you give 0 0 to this A and B value, so these two are belongs to P channel and these two are belongs to N channel. Okay, this is the P channel and this is the N channel. Right, simply first of all take 0 0. It is a complementary. Then if you consider 0 value here, I am using blue color to explain. So if you consider this is a 0 and this is a 0, first of all, first case. So I'll write here case 1. So I first of all I bypass this portion. This is enough for the diagram. Okay, so the case 1 first, I'll explain the case 1. Okay, so case 1, if A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. See what will be happen. If A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, but it is a complementary, then 0 will convert it into 1. Why? Because complementary is there. 0 bar is nothing but 1. So therefore first AB is nothing but 1. So that means it is high condition. It will convert high, that is called 1. Here it is converted to high condition 1 and 1. Okay, now both are 1. N channel, these two are belongs to P channel. If see once again, in P channel, if both are 1 means it is which state? These are which state? If P channel, this is actually P channel, Q1 Q2 are P channel. If you both are 0, that means if you both are 0 means, so no need to complementary situation, no need to consider complementary situation, whatever it may be, but simply consider if A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, then definitely if you apply 0 0 means then the transistor is going to conduct state, means on state. Why? Because if the PMOS channel was given on state. Okay, on means it is 0. So I am given A value 0, B value 0 means the P channels are almost on. So therefore these are on, and these are on. And what about if 0 0 I am given to this value? If it is a 0, value and it is a 0 value, what will be happen? See, if N channel MOSFET, because Q3 Q4 and N channel MOSFET, in N channel MOSFET if you given 0 means it is a half state. If you given 0 means it is a half state. No need about a complementary situation. If you given AB are nothing but these are half state. These are half state. Okay, so finally what about if you see that, so Q1 and Q2 both are equal to on state and Q3 Q4 both are at off state. Why? Because according to this important note point, P mass, if 0 gives means it is on state, if N mass, if 0 gives means it is a half state. Okay, so if you simply draw this is both are on means. Okay, so now this is a VDD, this is nothing but plus VDD. Okay, so this is plus VDD, drain voltage. Okay, so simply it is a on means saturation means it is a short circuited. Simply take the short circuit of this box. Why? Because so simply this is a plus VDD. Okay, and this is output voltage V0. Simply take box because saturation, these two are saturated, simply short circuited, and these are half state means cut off. So this is open circuit and again this is open circuit and ground. So here see, the VCC voltage is not connected to the ground because there is an opening in this circuit. So therefore there is not directly connected with the ground. So therefore the potential is dropped from VCC to V0. So therefore your output voltage is always equal to high 1. Your output voltage is actually equal to 1. Why? Because it is not connected to ground, means this potential is not dropping to the ground potential. If ground potential is 0 always, okay, if the potential is dropped to ground situation, ground position, then their potential is at that point the potential is 0. So the simply output voltage is 0. But right now the Q3 and Q4 are open circuits. Q3 and Q4 are open. So half means it is a open circuit. So open means there is no connection between ground. So therefore the output was taken VCC voltage directly. So that's why it is in high condition. If you consider the same situation 0 and 0, 0 1 case. If 0 1 means, see here the case 2 is A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. So in this situation, see, A is equal to 0. If A is equal to 0, then it is on state. Why? Because it is a P channel. So that is called Q1 is on state, and take B is equal to 1 means, so B is equal to 1 means, see, if you take 1, it is a half state. So that's why Q2 is a half state. Okay. And similarly Q3 is, say, take Q3 is 0. Q3 is 0 means it is Q3 is 0 means it is an N channel. So it is 0 means it is off state, and Q4 is on. This is off and this is on. Q4 is equal to on state. So in this situation what will be happen? See, in this situation what will be happen? In this situation, so simply draw the circuit diagram. Once again I will design. See, this is a plus VDD, okay, and see this is a on. That means it is a short circuited, okay, it is a short circuited, and this is output voltage V0. This is a simply open circuit. Why? Because it is half state. This is a, so Q1 is a short circuit and Q2 is a open circuit, and Q3 is open circuit and Q4 is saturated circuits. So simply take ground. Okay, so that means in this situation also the VDD is not going to connected ground terminal because there is an opening, because Q3 is off but Q4 is on, means it is a short circuited. So here Q4 is there, Q4 is a short circuited. Okay, so therefore the VDD is not directly connected with the ground. So therefore the voltage VDD is drops like here. Okay, so drops like, see, now VDD drops like here and takes to potential. So therefore your output voltage is, so in this situation you simply write this is on state, Q1 is on, Q2 is off, Q3 is off, Q1 is on. So in this situation also, in this diagram, see, this is not going to be connected to ground. So therefore your potential is simply drops to output voltage. So therefore output is always considered to be high. Okay, so similarly 1,0 situation is also there. This is off state, this is on state, this is on state, this is off state, which is also 1. So but what about 1,1 in this situation? So take both are 1 means, so completely PMOS is not connected with the system. Completely PMOS is not connected. Why? Because it is an open circuit. Because both are 1 means it is an open circuit. Here both are 1 means it is a one is off state and one is on state. In this situation you will get both half of these two terminals, these two transistors Q1 Q3 is on state. Okay, so Q1 Q3 and Q4 are on state, and Q1 and Q2 are off state. Okay, so that means if you draw this diagram here, this is a VDD, VDD. Okay, here these two are open circuits. Why? Because these two are not connected. Okay, and the same way these two are on connection means it's directly connected to ground. Okay, so this is out potential voltage because there is a gap between VDD and V naught. So this is V naught. So obviously V naught takes from ground potential. So that is the reason. So simply we are consider this is a 0. So right now this is your truth table. Understand everybody? The very easy logic. If q1 q3, whenever we, first of all, this is the very important key point, because if you remember or if you learn these things, then only you can easily solve the you can easily explain the truth table. Okay, because PMOS is on when we are given 0 logic, PMOS is half when we are given logic is 1, n channel MOSFET. So in this situation, if you give a NMOS is on when you are given high logic value, so NMOS is off when you are given 0 logic. By using that we can design this everything. Okay, so please note everybody, because it is very important. If you can understand the operation and you can understand the key point, then only you can operate all these things. Okay, so is it okay everybody? So in tomorrow class, I think we will complete this chapter. After then we will start the fifth point. Okay students, everybody understand what I am saying that? So please respond me student if you are understand. I'm very happy to say tomorrow class I'll explain an NOR MOSFET. After then tomorrow class, I think tomorrow class maximum this chapter is completed ECL. Okay, thank you very much. Because it is a digital electronics, I can't move very fast. Why? Because some of the chemistry students are there. Okay, and these electronics portion is completely new syllabus. Okay, and so many students are can't understand if I am going to move very fast. So that is the reason I'll move to very slow. Okay, I'll explain each and every important point. So please remember that in your textbook it is very lengthy. They can explain theoretically. Okay, don't read and don't by heart these things. You can easily use a common sense. You can use common sense, then only you can understand. Okay, so please, operation is very important. If you know the key points, then you can easily write everything. If you are not know the key points, then simply by heart, simply mug up means it is not, don't preferred mug up and by heart. Okay, so always you will follow the logic, simple logic base. Okay, and these lectures are I'll post in my YouTube channel. So after then, if you're having any doubt at the time of reading, at the time of practicing, then please watch my videos once again. So definitely you have a good idea. Okay, so thank you very much. Tomorrow class I'll meet you.